Hello, hello, and welcome back to Seaopolis Submerged, where last episode we got a pretty good start here. We are trapped underwater with nothing but a tree, and we were able to work our way up to starting to get some good resources here. We made our automatic fish processor, which seems to have run out of the... Oh, got another bait box here. Bunk. Today we are going to jump right back into it. And we're going to move on to the next chapter, where we're going to be starting to process some ores. And I guess let's just jump right into it. Last episode, we set up a botany pot for this mulch, which we're going to take now and combine it with some gravel. Putting this into our strainer is going to allow us to start getting some ores. And we can probably automate inserting this gravelly mulch into the strainer. Yeah, there we go. We just put a hopper to the side of it. Running this gravelly mulch through the strainer is going to get us some tin ore pieces and copper ore. With 4 of each of these, we can combine them all to make gravel ore. And then we'll take these and break them. I guess we may need a shovel, it looks like. Breaking these with our shovel is going to get us the actual raw ore, which we can then throw into our furnace and smelt it up. With at least 1 of each of these copper ingots and tin ingots, we're going to combine all of this together to make a blast furnace, which not only allows you to smelt ores faster, but we do also need the blast furnace because we're going to be making unfired bronze using our copper and tin. Then putting this into the blast furnace is going to get us some normal bronze. And this is the only way to get bronze. We can't smelt this in a normal furnace. Okay, we got part 1 done already. Now it's time to start working with this bronze. We're going to start by making a bronze mesh, which is the next tier up above the bone one we made last time. And then we're going to swap this out in our strainer. We're still going to keep the gravelly mulch in here. This is going to get us iron and nickel, which we'll do, again, the same where we make gravel and then turn that into the normal ores. Just clearing out some space to work with. Made some more room keys and expanded our base a little. So now that we have copper and bronze, we do actually have access to some nice automation stuff and some brand new storage items. So we can kind of clean up our mess around here and store our items better. And we can set up some automation for things like these ores. We can also craft a copper pickaxe, which is better than our stone one. Now to start working with some automation stuff, I'm going to craft the crafter. Let's grab one of these guys, and I do have to kind of try to figure out how this works. So I'm thinking that I'm going to use this first one to automatically craft gravel, or the gravelly mulch. I do need a way to get gravel though first, which comes from the resource generator. Oh, and we have iron now. Awesome. I forgot about that. So with our iron, we're going to go ahead and craft the resource generator 2. Boom. Let's grab this guy. There are 2 options of resource generators. Both of them generate the same things, I think. The only difference is that this one, you can put speed blocks on top of to make it way faster. The normal one, for example, takes cobblestone and it takes 8 seconds to craft 1. Whereas this one takes the same amount of time, but we can throw like a block of bronze on top to reduce that to 6 seconds. This one is also cheaper for some reason. So I guess what we're going to do is take this and somehow we're going to need to get our cobblestone into a strainer. So I need to kind of think about how I want this to lay out. I think first I want to grab some storage drawers. To craft storage drawers, we first need the storage core, and then we can take this and turn it into a drawer. And this actually gives us a framed drawer, so we can put whatever block we want on it. I thought we could. Hold on. There we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, I actually like this. Luminous glass drawers. Now, to connect all of our drawers together, we're going to need the drawer controller. So I think what I'm going to do here is somewhere. Where am I going to set this up? How about right here? So we're going to have our drawer controller, and then the drawers are where we're going to store our output items, which I think for now are just going to be the pieces of ore themselves, along with everything else we get from straining gravelly mulch. We'll need a hopper going into this, and then we'll take our strainer. We're going to put this above the hopper with our strainer tank. Now in this strainer is where our gravelly mulch is going to go so that it can output into our drawer controller. So somehow we need to get gravelly mulch into there, which is where the crafter comes in. So that in here is where we're going to combine our gravel and mulch. Okay, yes, so that does work. So we'll need to get gravel and mulch into this crafter here. So to one side of this, maybe I'll go on top here. We're going to take our mulch botany pot, and we're going to pop this on top of a drawer, I guess. And boink. And botany pot. This should, I hope, this is going to go into the drawer, and then the hopper is going to take it into the crafter. And then on the other side is where we're going to input our gravel. So the way we're going to get gravel is by straining cobblestone. Oh, we need eroding water. Okay. Hold on. Back to this. Eroding water comes from eroding salt mulch. Eroding salt mulch just takes mulch, lapis, and some nickel or iron. And then we'll use this on a mulch block. This is going to get us some eroding water, which we can pop into our strainer, and this should start making some gravel. We'll then take one last hopper to go into the wooden strainer. And this is where our cobblestone is going to come from. And just squeeze this up here. There we go. And now it should be generating some cobblestone, I think. Cool. And then that's going to go in here. Make some gravel. Gravel's going to go in here to make gravelly mulch. Gravelly mulch goes down here to make all the ores. And I think that's automated. Awesome. I just need to finish getting the rest of the drawers. And you can actually turn these storage cores into drawers through the catalog instead of having to craft the drawers themselves. Nice and easy. Now, I have to admit, I'm not sure I liked the luminous glass. I think they're hard to see. So I might swap these out for something else. You know what I do have? Black sapling. What would this look like as a drawer? Not bad. If anything, at least they'll be hopefully a little easier to see. Yeah, that's better. Now, if we want a drawer key to lock our drawers, we need some upgrade templates and a key fragment. Now I can lock these guys so they only keep one input. So now that we have our ores automatically being collected, the only thing we would have to worry about is replacing these meshes whenever they run out. I would like to see if there's a way to automatically craft these into blocks or gravel ore and then breaking them with a shovel. And then we can just pop them into our blast furnace. First, I'm going to jump into checking out the storage mod that we have going on here. For this, we need to craft some inventory cables, which are going to connect our inventory up. We'll then need 4 storage cores to make the inventory connector. We'll also need an inventory cable connector and a storage terminal. I guess for now I could really just place this anywhere. I'm not entirely sure how this guy works, but the inventory connector needs to be connected to an inventory. And then if we throw a storage terminal on front of this, I believe we could see everything that's connected to it. And somehow this is connected. Oh, maybe because this is connected. All of that's connected. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. And this chest up here is connected too. Okay, sure, I'll take it. We can upgrade our storage terminal to a crafting terminal with some crafting tables. And this should do the same thing and allow us to craft from it now. I need to do some testing here to see if my plan is gonna work. In theory, what I want to happen is for our ores to come out into a crafter so that they craft into the gravel ores, and then I want them to be exported into the block placer. I'll have to craft one of these up, but for now, if I connect these with a cable, do I need to set a filter on this? Iron gravel ore. This should have the filter set, and then how do I get it into the chest? Other option I can think of is that we craft all of them, put them into our inventory, and then pull them out from that. I'll need to do some rearranging real quick. So in theory, what I'm gonna do, I think, hopefully this works, is we're gonna have our crafters in front of these drawers here. And then in these crafters is where we're going to craft our gravel ores. So then if we throw some hoppers in the back of these, it should be able to craft those ores. Beautiful. Okay, I think I figured out how I'm gonna get this to work. So I moved the crafters to behind, and then with some more hoppers, we can pop down our drawers here, and then if I can manage to get behind, we can have our gravel ores go into these drawers. There we go. And then I can connect them just by having a drawer connected to them. Make sure I lock all of these, and that should all be connected, and we should have access to those in here. Beautiful. Oh, this is looking amazing. Granted, I have no idea what I'm doing. I think we need one of these inventory cable connectors to go into a hopper, and then if we have this go into our block placer, maybe I move this up one. If I do this, and then in the hopper, we're going to set a filter for all 4 of these gravel ores, and then this goes into the filter. Does this connect up? It does not. Why? This has possibly been the worst thing I've ever had to try and figure out. I don't even know what this mess was about. Okay, so all we need to do is, I think I'm figuring out this Tom's storage mod. So the inventory cable connector allows this framed drawer controller to be connected back up to our storage system and for it to be able to pull items out of it. And then we have the inventory hopper, which is faced with the big side towards our inventory system so that it's allowed to pull items from it. And then in here we have the filter set for our gravel ore, so it seems to be pulling out all of those. So then here we can do our block breaking business, and then have all of this go into a chest. Boom. Turn you on, turn you on. Cool. And all of our raw ores should go into here. This should connect it into our system. So then we need to take the next step with these, which is our blast furnaces. And then we'll need more inventory hoppers on top of these. I may need a better hopper, because it seems to be moving pretty fast for this. I think we can make iron hoppers now. Pop this inventory hopper on top of this, again with the big side facing the storage, so that we can pull from it. And then we'll probably do a blast furnace per raw ore, so that we can do this. And I guess I need to get coal into here too. So let's move these out one. And then if I put an inventory hopper on the back here, and set this to raw coal, or set it to mini coal, I'm just gonna, oh, that's awesome, okay. Phew, finally, that only took ages of figuring it out. Okay, filter, cable connector, so that only these raw ores can get put in here and taken out. And then the last thing is that we need all of our finished ores to go into this chest here. Now this part I'm not sure if it'll work, but okay, it does seem to be taking it out. Is it going? Oh, it is. Oh, awesome. Okay, perfect. That's actually exactly what I needed. I have this guy pulling from this chest, and then all of that's going to go into these drawers to be stored separately. And then we should be able to access those drawers too. So I just need to finish setting up these blast furnaces, one more here, and then the inputs for all of these. And with that, the automation of our ingots here, I think that's a good place to leave it for today. I think next time we need to finish out this chapter and unlock lead, which we're going to do from straining sand into dust, and then dust into some new ores. I don't think we have these yet, but we're going to get some lead out of this. And sand comes from gravel, gravel comes from cobblestone. So we're going to have to do this all over again. Just to get dust. So yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to get into that next time. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.